go with the Epilady with the EpiPed. This is for cracked heels. This is for, basically some of the, I would say, most, severe conditions,
This is for somebody who has more severe conditions, and you start to see the splitting, you start to see the cracking. I mean, take a look right here.
This says it all.
That's all you need to see right there, right?
Okay.
I mean, take a look at, and imagine the pain that comes with that foot on the left-hand side. To take a step, and we walk 10,000 steps a day, to take one simple single step would be crucially painful to be able to do that, because you literally, when you have those cracks in your feet, you feel it happening, and it feels like it's almost going up right through your whole body. It really does. But yet, when you have Footlogix and you have the callus remover, when you start to be able to use this, you see after just 4 weeks what a difference it makes. And you're going to start to see the difference even sooner than that. You'll feel the difference instantly, and then within 2 weeks there's a very, very noticeable difference, because what you'll do is, if you have it this badly, you're going to use about a walnut-sized amount, okay? And that's what I squeezed out inside of my hand here. You're going to take that walnut-sized amount, and then you're going to break it into two. And I want you to see it doesn't come out like a lotion, because it's not a lotion. It's more of a foam, okay? This foam has no alcohol in it. It's mineral-free. It is safe for even diabetics to use. And you split it in half. And then you put one half on one foot, one half on the other foot. You do this twice a day for 2 weeks. After that 2 weeks, then you use it once a day, and then as needed for you. And this is going to give you the long-term solution I was talking about. So with the Epilady EpiPed, you're getting an instant gratification to get rid of the calluses. I highly suggest, if you have really bad calluses, of course, use the Epilady EpiPed first, and then put on the Footlogix lotion as your treatment, so that you have to do the callus removal less and less and less often. And as you can see, I put it right there on my hand. It instantly soaks in. It's not greasy. It's not an oil. And within 30 seconds, guess what? I can put my shoes back on and walk away, because I'm not slipping and sliding everywhere.
That's right.
And you start to feel the difference and notice the difference.
And there's a lot of things that we are not able to make claims on, I have to be honest. And the fact that we can say cracked heels, that this is going to help with continuous use.
And the other thing that we're allowed to say is that this is actually a formulation that actually penetrates the skin rather than just sits on top. It's because it has a dermal infused technology going on in here. And when you have that technology that's only here, you're not going to find this in other lotions and other products that are out there on the market, because this isn't a lotion. It actually penetrates the epidermis down into the dermis with that dermal infusion technology. And that's what allows your skin to work from the inside out. That's why it's a long-term solution to cracked heels.
And the great thing is, too, we're going to go over to Patsy in just a minute. We'd love to hear from you. You have to read the reviews on this product.
Yes.
I mean, it's not one of those products that
over and over and over again. Yes.
It's not so romantic and pretty, and but the fact is, when you are getting results like this, when you had issues like these before, you want to share the good news with the world.
And you do, and you find out that you start to say it, and your girlfriends go, "What are you doing?" And then you tell them, and they go and buy it, and then they buy it for their mom, they buy it for their sister, they buy it for their aunt, they buy it for the people in their lives who know they're having the problem. Because if you have a problem, you sit down with a friend, it just sort of becomes that girlfriend conversation. It's not always the sexiest one, let's face it, but it's one of those things that we talk about, because you're looking for a solution from your girlfriends. You're looking for a solution to figure out what can you do to help solve the problem.
And it hurts.
This is, in my opinion, the best product on the market in order to be able to give yourself that long-term solution to fight against those cracked heels. And they do it with a reason. I give you a little challenge at home. Go at home, pick up your lotions. Okay, this isn't a lotion, and read the ingredients on that lotions. You're going to read things like salt. You're going to read things like alcohol. You're going to be reading all of these things that, instead of really help moisturize your foot, they do the opposite. They actually help dehydrate your foot and encourage the problem even more and more and more. So while you're thinking, well, I'm tired, my feet are exhausted, I'm going to put my feet up and rub some lotion on them and give myself a little, 5-minute enjoyment for the evening, you're actually doing yourself more harm than you're doing good when you're rubbing those products on them.
A lot of them have the alcohol in it too, and they actually end up burning. And
so I gave myself that test, and I walked around my house and I picked up every single bottle of lotion I have. And I have the ones from the grocery store to the more expensive ones. And I could not believe about 98% of them had alcohol in them.
See that?
I mean, and I have a lot of lotion in my house, because I used to be lotion addicted. I'm no longer. I've learned.
Right. And the other nice thing is the way that it dispenses. nuances. And that's what's great, because it stays hypoallergenic. You don't have to worry. Basically, we'll show Patsy. You just put a little bit out like you showed us, Laura.
And you can see that Patsy's doing that. And Patsy also has a before and after to show us as well. So you can see all she does is just simply rub it right onto her foot. She does this now twice a day for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay. And then in a few minutes, she's going to turn around and she's going to show us her foot that she has not been treating twice a day for 2 weeks. And boy, are you going to be amazed. But with this, you know, I talk about all the things that are included in this. You're getting a CoQ10 in here. You're getting urea. You're getting the glycerin. You're getting the vitamin E. You're getting the methicone. You're getting the aloe. These are all natural, healthy products that are helpful to get down into your skin and penetrate it with that dermal infusion technology to make the difference. And now Patsy's feet.
Okay,
I want you to see
everybody
this. Okay.
at home.
We have to.
I'm going to tell you, if you're in the kitchen, I don't care. Go
to your
television
right now. Yes.
I know Patsy.
If you're on your iPad, go to your TV.
I've seen this
blow it up
before.
big.
Patsy,
I know.
Wow, my friend.
Take a look at this. I mean, if you can really start to see the outside corner of this foot, I mean, I'm sure it was probably painful for me to even touch you, Patsy. I'm very sorry. So I'm going to try not to touch you. But look at how the cracking is. Look at how thick this is. Listen, this isn't a big buildup. This is just a couple of weeks, 2 weeks that Patsy hasn't done her foot in order for us to be able to show you this. Yet this foot she's been treating for the full 2 weeks, and look at how much smoother it is.
Wow.
Look at how much nicer it is. And of course, this will continue to get better and better and better the more she uses the Footlogix. Now, tell me, which foot do you have at home? I'm guessing it's this one. Which foot do you want at home? This one, right? Of course.
Right.
And your husband wants that foot at home, too.
So you would recommend, Laura, using the EpiPen, okay? Yes. And then, if you have, obviously, more calluses, like we were just showing you with Patsy, then secure it and basically, with the Footlogix, easy for me to say, seal it into all the great benefits.
If you have those thick calluses on your feet, even if it's the dry skin that you have on your feet, use the EpiPen to get rid of it, because the more skin that this has to go through, that the mousse has to go through, right, the longer it's going to take for it to be able to work. So if you can get rid of all that dead skin that's on top, then allow it to get down and penetrate even deeper and really go to work for you. Now, I want you to give you a couple tips. When you get this at home, before you use it, you need to shake this can very well. And I really want you to stop, and I want you to shake the can well, because you want it to come out like a mousse. So after that, you take the pop off, and you simply squeeze. And you want about a walnut size. And this walnut size will do both of your feet.
Great.
Absolutely 2 of them. So you know that this can is going to last you a couple of months, because you don't have to use very much inside of there. Right. And it's light, it's fluffy, but more importantly, it works in here, and it's good for your skin. All skin types, even diabetics, are capable of using this.
And we've heard a lot of customer picks on those as well.
Talking about that as well. Yes.
And we'll show you some more.
And we're allowed to say that on TV.
Oh, yeah. We'll show you more of these before and afters. And this is what we were saying before. It can be so painful. If you can relate to that before. Again, it's for women. It's for men. You know, I know a lot of men, especially that wear work boots every single day, that are out in the elements, and women as well. I mean, this is, unfortunately, some of the issues that we deal with and don't really know what to do about it. And now, I mean, this is unique and
so
unique
many things that we find on the market. You know, you think that you're going out there and you're buying something that's going to work. Well, guess what? It has alcohol. It has mineral oil. It has fragrances. It has all of these things that are not good for your feet, but you don't realize it because they're packaged so beautifully, and they sort of trick the eye. They make you think something that they're not. In this, it's fragrance-free. This is alcohol-free. It has vitamin E in it. It has the glycerin in it. It's not going to be something that just sits on top of your foot. And it's also not greasy because it's mineral oil free. So it's not one of those things where you put it on at night and think, oh, I have to put on socks or I can't walk around because my feet are so greasy. This instantly absorbs into the skin, doesn't just sit on top, it absorbs into the skin, and within 30 seconds of rubbing it on, you are capable of walking into a pair of shoes. And I know that Patsy has talked about that with us before, too.
I love when Patsy shares her experience as well, because we've seen those feet before, beautiful lady.
Well, thank you. I look at the Footlogix cracked heel as skincare for my feet. And it is just as if I were going to take care of my face, I'm going to take care of my feet with good skincare. And I use this in the beginning when I really have the rough cracked heels, after I take the calluses off. Then I'm going to just apply this every morning when I get up, and the first thing I do, the last thing I do when I go to bed. So I look at this as just, it's good skincare.
Sure,
and it's easy for you to use, isn't it?
Absolutely. Just a very small bit, just a little walnut size, and it really penetrates the skin, goes right into it.
And it makes it feel so soft, too.
How does it feel? Tell me about that on you. How does it feel?
It feels absolutely silky smooth. It just goes right in, so easy to touch. And what I really think that, Laura, you said was, in the morning, my feet aren't sticky when I walk on my tile floor. I mean, you can just go right on, and I'm really ready, set for the day. And I wear a lot of sandals. So sandals tend to cause me to have the cracked heels.
That's
the sandals do. Now it's boot season. The boot season tends to cause those cracked heels. I love that Patsy talked about the tile floor, because not only does she not feel like it's sticking to the tile floor, but guess what else? If you're using something that's very greasy, that's dangerous.
Scary,
you can slip on the tile floor as well.
True.
So the nice part about this is that it actually soaks in and penetrates into your skin. So it starts to work from all of those different dermal layers down inside to help prevent those cracked heels from formulating in the future, which then means it's not just ugly. So many of us talk about it's ugly. Listen, I get it. We are all a little bit vain. We don't want to be looking at those feet when they're ugly like that, right? But even more importantly, they are painful. So when you have something that works from the inside out, and the ability to be able to tell you that it's actually penetrating inside of there, and it works from the inside out, because our feet, the skin on our feet, listen, it's no different than skin on your face. We talk about the breakdown on our face all the time of the collagen and the elastin. I mean, I've been in the beauty business. We talk about it like crazy, right?
Years.
The skin on your feet is breaking down as well. So it's that collagen and elastin that's breaking down as well. So if you're able to give those the best environment that they have by being able to put the Footlogix inside of there and actually get it to work inside from the inside out, you know that you're doing the best thing you can for your feet. So with every step you take, not only are your feet going to look good, are they going to feel baby soft, but they are going to be not painful when you get rid of those cracks in the calluses.
Which is so important. We're going to show Patsy one more time, because seeing truly is believing. Now, just know that she has one of her before, and this is after using the Footlogix for 2 days, or for
2 weeks.
2 weeks, twice a day.
2 weeks, twice a day.
Okay, now, after you get to that point where it looks great and it feels great, then you can just maintain it once a day or as needed.
Once a day or as needed. So if you have feet that are maybe they might have just gotten really bad because you were on a certain medication, or because you had changed your diet, maybe you were pregnant. These are all things that, excess weight. These are all things that increase the cracked heels that are going on your feet, because your feet are taking a pounding. I mean, we take 10,000 steps a day. They are taking a pounding every single day.
Sure.
So once you start to solve the problem, obviously you can then go from twice a day down to once a day on the product. Of course, this is going to last you about 2.5 months if you're using it for the twice a day for the first 2 weeks, and then once a day after that for the following 2 months, okay? So
and you will see results.
And you will definitely see results. Now, if your feet start to look really, really good, listen, you can skip to every other day or skip to every 3 days. As you have to be the person who tests your own measurements, how you see your feet doing and how they're reacting. But I can tell you, using it once a day, you won't be seeing a problem again in the future.
Right, that's so true. And the free shipping, that's for our special holiday, to give it a try. Again, unconditional guarantee. If you can relate to any of the befores, and you just said about 2 months, right? This is 4 weeks that we're showing you here, or 2 weeks, whatever it gets to, the best, where you can see results like we're showing you, and you say, oh, that's what my foot used to look like 20 years ago.
Oh,
it's back. And that's it. I'm saying that because I read a lot of the reviews on HSN.com, and that's where you really get a sense of how fabulous this product is.
So many of these people are repeat customers.
Oh, yeah.
Because they know Footlogix. They come back to Footlogix. I was at a beauty show, one of the big ones here in the country, with Footlogix this year, and a girlfriend of mine who's also in the business knew I was going over to the booth to go talk to them and say hello, and she goes, I have to go with you. I am addicted to Footlogix. It's the only, Iris said this to me, it's the only thing that works. And I hear this over and over from our customers, from people on the street, and there's a reason why, because there's nothing else in the market that works quite like it.
That's so true, and you can do all the compares out there, but nothing quite like this. Why it continues to be a customer pick and a top seller. Thank you, my friend. We are back with our Derma Brush, coming up with an amazing system configuration that is exclusive for the holiday. Right now, let's check in with Rex.